I missed.
Is he coming in the PD?
I'm changing positions. He's dead. He's down.
It's Chris.
Oh, okay.
No, where is he? Where is he?
Oh. Still hot zone.
Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Hands up, motherfucker. Hands up. Hands up, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
3.
There we go. There we go. Oh,
He's bad. Okay.
Yeah. Stand like that.
Yeah,
Stand like
that
that.
looks like a cool gun.
Okay. All right. Wait.
Turn around. Turn the fuck around.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bastard!
I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, and I fear no evil because I'm blind to it all. In my mind, my gun, they comfort me, because I know I'll kill my enemies when they come. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on this earth forevermore. Said I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. No, I can't walk on the path of the right, 'cause I'm wrong.
Lieutenant Steve, it's Dr. Alpha. Lieutenant Steve, I'm Dr. Alpha. You're involved in a gunfight and I've just had to remove 2 rounds from your side. You're stable now, and I've patched up the wounds. I've sewn up the wounds, and I've also put bandages on you. It was a bit touch and go there.
Oh, it hurts. It hurts so bad.
I had to drag you away from the city. You were involved in a serious gunfight. There were multiple fatalities. I nearly lost you, but luckily enough, you held on long enough for me to take the bullets out your side.
I can't thank you enough.
And do you need anything else?
I'll take some aspirin. My head is pounding.
Yeah. I had to give you some antibiotics when you were under, so you might find yourself a little bit dizzy anyway.
I can't thank you enough, Dr. Alpha. I don't know how to repay you.
Actually, I might need a favour from you. I'm not just any doctor. I'm actually here on a special expedition. I am here trying to take blood samples from survivors on Orca Island, because I believe that 1 in 10% could hold cure to the virus. They have a natural immunity to the virus, but they are carriers, so they can still infect others. And if I can find somebody that has this blood, I could possibly create a vaccine from it. The only problem is most people are not willing to give the blood, so I have to tranquilise them. And so far I've nearly been killed myself, and I don't carry guns because I am a doctor. Like I said, I'm not a soldier, and I need your help to help me save as many people as possible by getting...
Well, Dr. Alpha, the blood sample that you took from me while I was in the operation with removing my bullets, you can keep that blood and you can use it to research.
It's one thing I do with all survivors I meet, is I just need to do a little video diary of you, just so I can get a little background about who you are, what you've done, where you've been and how you've survived, just so that I can put it in my journal, and that way I know that if I meet you again, I've already got you.
Well, this is actually relevant to my blood sample. I have reason to believe that I do have unique T cells and white blood cells, which might aid you in your research. You see, I used to live here in Hayward. I was a psychologist. I used to live in the suburbs and I used to work in Hayward downtown. I never fired a gun before in my entire life. I was not a combatant. But then, as you know, they enacted the draft for the first time in 100 years because the tensions around the world were building. I was sent as a lieutenant. I quickly rose the ranks to lieutenant, and I was sent on a peacekeeping mission in Chernobyl, Russia. That peacekeeping mission did not work, obviously. As you know, the political leaders were cocky, things quickly slipped into disarray. The military handled the zombie virus sloppily, which spread around the world early in the final war. And finally the nukes were dropped, the mutants started to rise, the chain of command broke down, all militaries around the world became nothing more than paramilitary, private military corporations, regimes, and refugees. I escaped to the island of Altis in Greece. There I met Roosevelt, Swedish Special Forces sniper. Him and I fought there to survive for over 2 years, paramilitary fighting for control of the island and its resources. It was highly sought after, that island. Any island of that size. The water was a natural barrier to the virus. Clearly, it was easy to monitor anything coming in and off of the island. It wasn't like the mainland, where things were easily moving in and out. Eventually, there was a refugee extraction plane, and we were able to escape on it. And I don't want to speak of what happened to my wife and child in Hayward. That is for another day. I hope that suffices for your personal journal and for your research, Dr. Alpha.
Yes, thank you very much for that. That has helped a lot. I was studying at Oxford in virology and bioscience. I then further moved on to become a doctor at a hospital, and obviously with my previous experience in virology and bioscience, I started to notice certain things in the blood cells of some of the patients that we were getting. And that's why I had my suspicions that there was something to do with the drugs that the pharmaceutical companies were handing out. And for this reason, there have been a few assassination attempts on my life to keep me quiet, because obviously if my suspicions are true, then this whole thing is a lot bigger than me and you.
Dr. Alpha, I'll make sure that you always have safe passage with me and my men, and women for that matter. Just tell us who you are, remind us of what happened, and we'll make sure that you're kept safe. I have to part ways now. Keep in touch. You can find me on the radio. Channel 2. Take care.